Hey there. Welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to make sure we are good to go and that everything is running as it should be. All right, fantastic. So I'm excited today to talk to you guys about this. If you are new to the group, my name is Megan Sumrell. I am the creator and founder here at the Pink Bee of all things TOP program, TOP standing for time management, organization, and productivity. And as the name of this group is, I am on a mission to bring work-life harmony to as many women as I absolutely can. And there are so many new faces coming in, new questions coming in on the regular, that I thought it would be a good opportunity this week to really talk about where do you even start? Now, some of you watching may already be in the TOP program and you are, on your journey, but others of you may be at a place where it just, you are in a place in life where you see that you want this thing, you see that you want to have harmony in your life, be less overwhelmed, all of that. But man, it's hard to figure out where to even start. I like to think of the analogy of, let's say you just finished a move. I moved a lot. My dad was in the military as well. And the movers have just like dumped all of your boxes and stuff just haphazard in your house. And you walk in and it's like, holy cow, there's so much. I don't even know where to start. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. And this is not something that I've really leaned into in the way that I'm going to be sharing with you. So even if you feel like, you know what, I'm feeling pretty good about it, I want you to go ahead and listen to the homework assignment that I'm going to give you. And also, I'm going to be sharing, I just finished creating a free assessment tool for all of you interested in really kind of measuring where you are in terms of your journey of work-life harmony, because based on what that assessment tool shows you, it will help me point you specifically into which of my resources are going to be most beneficial for you. So I'll be sharing with you real quick after we get through this, how you can get your hands on that tool. Good morning, Alita. Good to see you. All right, I'm going to share my screen briefly just because I want to remind you all of what this TOP framework is that I keep talking about. And when I talk about TOP framework today, I'm really meaning, what does it mean to actually have work-life harmony? And what I want to talk to you guys about today specifically are what I call the 3 Ps. So these 3 words around work-life harmony. It is being proactive, it is being present, and it is being purposeful. And so when we think about, man, where do I even start? I'm so overwhelmed. Do I go buy a planner? Do I create a list? Like, what do I do? I want to say, pause for a minute. And here's where I want you all to start. I want you to actually grab a pencil and paper, and I want you to write down these 3 words. Write down proactive, write down present, and write down purposeful. Okay? And what you're going to do is, yeah, Teresa's right, just getting started is the hardest thing. And oftentimes when we're like, I don't even know where to start, it's because we're not in alignment with figuring out, like, what am I even after here, right? Like, I don't know where to start because I don't even know what's important. I'm feeling disjointed, all of that. So let's go ahead and write down proactive, purposeful, and present. And I want to talk to you about each of these 3, okay? So let's start with proactive. The reason why proactive is listed as one of the 3 Ps that we've got to have for work-life harmony is when we are being proactive with how we plan and manage our time. That means we're sitting in the driver's seat. That means we're in control of our calendar. That means that we know what we want to say yes to, what we want to say no to. And when we wake up every day, we wake up with a plan already in place of, hey, here's what I got going on today. Here's how I think I'm going to get it done. And if life throws me a curveball, I've got tools to be able to do that. Now, here's what I want you to think about when it comes to being proactive. Here's why I said write down proactive. I want you to just think about the last 24 hours of your life. Okay. So basically, as we started this week, and as you think about yesterday and even this morning, depending upon where you live, what time it is for you, I want you to think about write down, can you connect with a time in the last 24 hours where you felt like you were in control? You made smart decisions, intentional decisions, decisions you felt good about in terms of what you were doing and when you were doing it. And if so, write one down as an example. Now, maybe you're thinking back to the last 24 hours and you had a day, we've all had them. You're like, nope, I felt like I was at pinball in a pinball machine all day long. And I was not the one controlling the flippers. Someone else was flinging me all over the place. And if that's the case, go ahead and write that down. You need to know where you are today in terms of how proactive you are versus reactive. And then the next part of this proactive step that I want you to be thinking about is, where would be one pocket of time in your life right now, each day, that you can commit to being proactive with your time? And when I'm talking about that, I'm meaning that you can say, you know what, every day at noon, I'm just going to give an example, noon, no matter what, I am going to walk outside, stand there for 5 minutes, and enjoy a breath of fresh air. Or for those of you that have been in my Master Your Morning, maybe it is, I am honoring my morning routine this week. I'm going to own it. I'm going to get up at the time I'm going to get up, and I'm going to do the activities that I created that I knew were good for me. That's what I mean by being proactive. And where you can start today, because that's what I want to give you all wins that you can get today, is for you to look at your calendar today and tomorrow and say, where do I see at least one pocket of time that I am in the driver's seat, that I am being proactive and I'm not reacting? Okay. So that's where I want you to think about in terms of being proactive. Alita, I'm thrilled. She says, yesterday was the first day this quarter where I was in a state of proactivity and it was amazing. Yeah. When you're in it, you know it. Right? Okay, so now let's think about that second P, which was purposeful. Now, when I talk about purposeful, I don't want, don't overthink this. This doesn't mean that, you are out being the Dalai Lama. Okay. I think that we feel like we have to be doing something that others are going to consider so amazing. When I talk about being purposeful, it is simply this: connecting to what is important to you, and are you actively in motion doing that? Do you feel like there is purpose in how you are spending your days? Now, not every minute of every day, right? We all have stuff that we've got to do. So here's what I want you to think about now. Look back at the last 24 hours. Think about how you spent your time. Were you in a constant flow of serving others, reacting to others, and knocking things off of a list that don't really align back for you to things that light your fire, to things that get you excited, to things that make you feel really, really good when they're done? They might even make you a little bit nervous. And this is one that's so easy for us to lose a handle on, because let's face it, there are people out there teaching that being productive means getting the most done. We know better here. That's not what productivity means. Productivity means getting the most important things done in a way that doesn't stress us out. Now, I'll be honest, I have days where when I look back, it was a day where didn't feel very purposeful, got a lot of things done, but didn't feel very purposeful. And sometimes those are planned that way intentionally. Sometimes I have just a list of all that annoying stuff that's piled up, and I'm like, today's the day I'm just going to get it all done. But it's limited to one day. It's not constant. It's not the way my life is all day long. So I want you all to take a minute today and think about either today or tomorrow, if you don't already have an appointment on your calendar, meaning intentional time planned for and set aside for you to do something for you that lights your fire. And I mean, it could be reading a book you've been dying to get into. It could be going out and having dinner with a good friend. It could be launching into that, decluttering that room that you've been dying to get to. Okay, guys, it can be anything. Don't overthink it. It's those things where when you go to bed at night and you're like, oh my God, it feels so good that is in motion, or I got that done. Okay. That's what I mean when I mean purposeful. We don't want to live a life that feels like we're just walking through the motions, or a life where we're always saying, oh, this is just a stage. Because guys, the next stage is coming. So we need to reclaim that purpose, that meaning, those things for us. And we need to have that in our lives on the regular. Okay. So that's that second P, purposeful. So far, we've already talked about, you're going to make sure that you've got proactive, you've got a block of time on your calendar, you're going to be proactive. And I'm seeing like people are sharing what they're going to be doing. Yvonne, I'm going to add resuming morning pages to my morning routine. Look at that. That's proactive and purposeful together. These are things for her, and she's being proactive in claiming, this is what I'm doing and this is when I'm doing it. Now, I want to talk about the last P, which is present. And I want to take a couple minutes on this one, because I want to make sure that you all understand. I don't want to have this idea of presence shaming going on. What do I mean by that? I think that this idea of we need to be fully present in everything that we're doing. Believe me, I'm a firm believer in that. But I feel like there's some messaging that I'm seeing out there in the world on this idea of being fully present, to be implying that we absolutely love everything. And I'll just leave it at that we absolutely love what we're doing every minute of our day. And if you're in an activity and you're not loving it, then there's something wrong with you. So I'll give you an example. There is a particular game that my daughter is obsessed with these days. It's her new jam, and she loves it. Now, I have pockets of my day where I am in full mom mode with her. And when I talk about being fully present in those moments, what I mean is I'm not over on my phone secretly trying to scroll social or answering messages. I'm not trying to divide my attention anywhere else but with her. So I would say I was being fully present. Now, full transparency, when we are doing that game, it is mind numbing. I don't really enjoy the activity. So yes, I am fully present, but sometimes I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus, please be done. And so I tell you this because, guys, I want you to understand it is normal and it is okay to maybe not love every minute of everything that you're doing during the day. Being fully present doesn't mean that we're like rainbows and unicorns and everything is beautiful. No, it just simply means that we don't feel like we're constantly being pulled in multiple directions all the time. Because when we have that, when we feel like we're in this constant tug of war of where our attention should be spent, friends, that is an absolute just energy zap. And that is the complete polar opposite of being in harmony. Well, kind of, I discuss this in other places. I don't want to talk too long today. But when we're trying to be everywhere all the time, that's when we don't realize it, but that's when we're trying to get balance. Oh, let me be equal everywhere. This is why I say work-life balance doesn't exist, and why instead we're leaning into harmony. So I want you to think about when I talk about present and being fully present is simply this. Are you constantly in a state of multitasking where your attention is being divided into multiple places all the time? Okay. So again, think back to the last 24 hours and have an honest conversation. Was I able to be fully present in whatever I was supposed to be doing? Or is my energy and attention constantly being argued over? And then I want you to look ahead at your next, even just today. Challenge yourself for today in this moment, looking at your plan for the day and say, okay, am I committed to, when I am in motion in a certain activity, to just concentrating on that and not trying to do the bad type of multitasking, the type where we are giving our energy and our attention to multiple places at the same time? Now, I'm going to pull back up these 3 Ps here that we were just talking about. I also want to make sure I'm not missing any questions that are coming in. All right, good. I think we're good on questions. So again, where we need to start when it comes to having work-life harmony is really getting clear for ourselves on, are we in a state of being proactive or are we being reactive? And what can you do today to carve out one chunk of time where you are in the driver's seat and you're being proactive? Then we're going to look at purposeful. Look back at how you spent the last day. Look at what the next day looks like. Is there an activity there in your plan for you that brings you joy, that makes you feel good, accomplished, satisfied, happy? And if not, what are you going to do to change that? And then finally, present. Can you challenge yourself today to be fully engaged in whatever it is you're doing, even if it's something that maybe isn't your favorite game to play, as I shared in that example, but instead to not be, pulling this way? And that is it. This is where I want you to start today, with those 3 simple things. Now, I want to tell you guys, if you are really interested in understanding where are possible areas in your life that you can really lean into and start to level up on this journey to work-life harmony. We've got if you've been through my top boot camp before, you've seen this, but there are 9 core components that are all skills, tools, resources that play into proactive, purposeful, present. And so that's what you're seeing here on the outside, this alignment, boundaries, realistic, so on and so forth. I have created an assessment tool for you guys. It's totally free. It'll just take you a couple minutes to go through that. You're going to go through. There's a particular scoring system that you're going to follow. And what it's going to do is kind of tell you, where are you in terms of work-life harmony? And based on the results of your personal assessment, I have, kind of point to, what is the next best place for you to go? What is that right resource for you? So if you want to grab this assessment, all you need to do is type the word harmony in the comments here below this video. And Naylene from my team will reach out to you and get the assessment over to you. It's just a simple PDF. You can print it out and take it right there, or you can just grab out a note paper and pull it up and read it and track your notes. Now, if you're like me, I love, back when I was younger, I lived for that little 17 magazine, and they always had some kind of quiz in there, right? And then at the bottom of the quiz, you'd add up your points, and based on your points, it gave you a little thing. This is in the same spirit of that. Now, keep in mind, this assessment is not to make you feel bad about yourself. It's to highlight, hey, good news. We know what the key areas are that we need to lean in on to help you have that true work-life harmony, right? Purposeful, proactive, and present. So I'm really excited about this. I'm going to be interested to see as the results come in from everyone's assessments. Naylene is going to get it for you. You'll get your results back to her. All of that's going to come back up to me. Because what I really want to start understanding here with this group is are there areas that's, a big highlight or big spotlight on, wow, 90% of everybody is, in this category, or 80% of everybody seems to all be struggling in this one area. Because what that's going to help me do is create future trainings here in this group to make sure that I am hitting on all the areas that you guys specifically need. All right, have a great day. I would love for you to come back and share over the next 24 hours how you have felt proactive, present, and or purposeful, so we can all cheer each other on. All right, everyone, let's all have a great week together. Bye.